This guy right here, you, Austin, made it really hard to jerk off with this movie, bro. Oh, who am I kidding? No, you didn't. Hi, everyone. If you thought that joke was offensive, you're gonna hate this movie. So hi, everyone. Go ahead, demonetize me. I don't give a shit. Anyway, hi, everyone.
Do you want me to
Grant.
cut you open and pour you bleach and salt on you to demonetize you, or what do you want me to do?
Hi, everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raise Up Popcorn with Grant with
The Clown Cafe man himself, Austin,
Austin, Art the Clown.
or the
I still
Italian
don't know what your
hair.
whereabouts were on Halloween 2016. And we're here to talk about a movie, movies and TV do here, and that movie is Strays, which is directed by. Let me see here.
James Wan. There's a doll named Megan in it, right?
Oh man, I wish.
We watched
No.
the wrong movie, I think.
He didn't direct that either. That makes it even funnier. It's directed by Josh Greenbaum, who that explains a lot. Okay, he mostly did documentaries. His only other feature was Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar, which was on my best of list in 2021. So that explains why I like this so much. And it is written by Dan Perrault, who also created two of my favorite shows of recent years, Players and American Vandal. So
Okay.
these are two guys who clearly understand how to bathe stupid with smart perfectly. They were the perfect guys for this movie. So what's the film about? Well, hey guys, you know that classic movie known as Homeward Bound? Imagine if all the dogs curse like fucking sailors and we're all fucking. And instead of getting home to the kids who love them, is getting home to bite MacGruber's cock off. That is Strays. That is literally what it is. And along the way, they get into super bad-esque shenanigans that involve amazing cameos.
And mushrooms.
Mushrooms, one of the funniest A Dog's Purpose jokes, maybe ever. I mean, I can't watch that movie again anymore after this movie, because that was so perfect. And, just, first and foremost, apparently there's a stick up my ass that is going to prevent me from, if I'm a real critic, from giving this a positive review, but you know what? Fuck it. I loved Strays. This movie was hilarious. I laughed from beginning to end. This was the complete inverse of Back on the Strip. This movie was hilarious from start to finish. And for the first time in forever, both the Grinch and Santa Claus agree on something, because Austin, you liked it too. You know you did.
I genuinely love this movie. My only issue was the random talking in our theater. But other than that...
Oh, yeah, that one kid. What was that one thing he said that honestly was pretty funny, honestly? That one kid in front of us.
I don't remember what he said, but I just remember they kept talking throughout the movie, and that got on my nerves a lot.
Didn't he say something like, I knew I was in love with you ever since I smelled your ass, or something? He goes, ladies like it that way, or something like that. It was something
like that, yeah.
Something disturbing where I'm like, child, you should not be here, and this is proof of that. Holy shit.
Yeah, no, they were... No, this movie, honestly, I wasn't sure how I would feel because the trailers, I've had issues where I watch the trailers and I'm like, okay, that looks good. But then I watch the movie and I'm like, wow, the CGI for that looks like crap. Flash, flash, flash. Sorry, my baby in a microwave. Oh, sorry, I didn't say that. No. My thing is, I didn't know I was going to look how the dogs were talking.
Yeah.
And it looked really good in the film. It looked really good how they blended Will Ferrell's voice into the thing, how they were talking and everything.
What's up, Jared?
How's it going?
Yeah, I agree with you. Were the kids in the theater? Yes. Oh, quite a bit, actually.
There was quite a few.
Which is like, don't bring your kids to this, you dumbasses. You're horrible. Also, I have to say, I can't help but love, similar to Sausage Party, this is a movie that is R-rated, and oh my god, is it? This is pretty fucking raunchy. I mean, they don't softball this shit. This is pretty...
No.
This is down and dirty. But at the same time, there's a lot of heart in this movie. This was unexpectedly kind of sweet and kind of touching. It felt like a whole movie.
You think Jay singing a song saying, fuck, 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 motherfuck, Mother, fuck,
Yeah,
fuck,
right.
fuck, fuck, fuck. You think that's enough
every
fuck
other word in
words?
this
No.
movie.
That's like every other word in this movie is fuck.
Everything Jamie Foxx says, it's like Ian McShane on Deadwood. It's like every other word. It's he could be saying, "Hey guys, let's get some pancakes," and instead it's, "Hey you fucking guys, let's get some fucking pancakes, motherfucker."
They use the word fuck they use the word
Right.
fuck as much as Rob Zombie used the word yeah in all his songs.
Yeah, I mean, it is just. But at the same time, they don't really lean on it as a crutch. Now, the reason I say this is for this reason. On the surface, yes, this is a dumb movie with shit jokes in it, and it's juvenile. Yes, there are really smart undercurrents to this movie. There's a lot more to this than I expected, and a lot of that comes with how it satirizes other movies like this. In the same way that Sausage Party did, where Sausage Party has dick jokes, Sausage Party has exterminate the juice jokes. It has, but it also has full-blown Disney musical numbers and all the sort of inner satirical religious satire. Also, this same with this movie, where this is a spoof of Homeward Bound and A Dog's Purpose. It is a very clear, very clever spoof underneath the shit jokes and the dick jokes. And I also have to point out, I have a dog who is abandoned in a similar fashion to the way the Will Forte character abandons the main dog in this. I was rooting for that dick to be bitten off, and I don't think it's a spoiler to say it does eventually happen, and how it happens and how it is played is so satisfying, it feels like sex. You want to pull out a cigarette and just start smoking it. Like, it is just... That is true. Some parents can't read. It's an R-rated movie. Come on now. An R-rated movie where on the poster, the R is the biggest letter on the poster. It's bigger than the whole of the title. Like, is R. This is why it's R. The box. Like, and the whole movie, like, we're not gonna go into detail about all the bits, but there's one particular cameo in this that is so funny, and you think it's a cameo in and of itself. It's a meta cameo, and it is so funny. It's a cameo within a cameo, basically.
Yes.
Where it knows it's a cameo, and it is exactly, and it is at first it makes you laugh with who it is, then it makes you laugh with the context of why he's there. It is so funny, and it works so well, and it also works if you know these other movies, because he was also in A Dog's Purpose. That is all I will say. And that is actually the case with two of the cameos in this. They are both in A Dog's Purpose, like the actual movie it's spoofing. The whole cast is great. I love the fact that the police dogs talk like douche bros. And, like, you know, they basically talk like Giovanni Ribisi in the Mod Squad, like, shut up! Shut the fuck up! Like, that's... I love the fact that the Will Ferrell dog in this is essentially Buddy the Elf, but with more curse words.
So the Buddy the Elf we all hoped for as a kid.
Right. It's Jamie Foxx is playing just a dog version of his pimp character from They Clone Tyrone, basically. And that's amazing. It's perfect. And then you got Isla Fisher and Randall Park, who Randall Park, you know, is having a role between this and directing one of the other best comedies of the summer, Shortcomings. I mean, this guy, and he's one of the best characters. This dog who has to wear the cone of shame.
Not to mention his extremely long shaft.
Right, who has an incredibly long dick. That's the joke. Now, see, this is a movie, unlike the one yesterday, that makes a good, incredibly long dick joke. This is proof that I'm not a prude. This is proof that I found it funny because it was actually funny, and not because it was, you know... And there's even it takes the humor in really dark places that surprise me. Like, in a way that goes beyond, like, just wait till you see what happens to a poor family of rabbits in this movie. It's actually kind of, like...
Wholesome.
It's like something out of a Damien Leone movie.
It's wholesome.
I guess. If you want to call it that. But
if you're Art the Clown.
And then the way, like, even, like... They do in-jokes like the drug trip scene. It's funny in the trailer. It's even funnier in the movie. The way that it's put together, because it's longer, and the way that it's done is amazing.
Yes.
The stuff at the carnival. Let's talk about the carnival for a second. We're not going to talk about what happens at the carnival, but there's another cameo, and a voice cameo, and a reference to another one of the movies it's spoofing that is so funny, I actually thought I was going to wet myself. Like, it was that funny. It's caught me so off guard.
Such a...
Yeah,
I don't...
exactly. Good Boys, perfect example.
God.
It's literally marketed with, don't take your kids to this movie. It is not for them.
And they took their kids to the movie.
And they did, and I think also, like, to be fair, I don't mean to be a dick, but the family in front of us were kind of bumpkins. They probably would have taken their kids regardless. I don't think they were doing it accidentally because they thought it was a kid's movie. I think they
My thing was, they wouldn't have bothered me if the kids weren't talking to each other, like, over each other's shoulders the entire movie.
They were like the freaking hillbillies from the Amanda Show, where they're just like, "It's funny." Like,
yeah, that was it.
They were putting it on. It wasn't like they were genuinely finding it funny. It was like they did it during one of the trailers we're gonna get to, which is the horror trailer, where they're just like, "No, They were kind of, and luckily they people were laughing enough that you kind of drown them out at a certain point. But also, there's a needle drop in this movie that is one of the funniest needle drops I've heard in a long time. At a key moment, you know exactly the one I'm talking about. A certain wrecking ball is brought into the equation. And it was so funny. And the way that it was the funniest. Honestly, compared to another Randall Park movie I don't know, I think Seth Rogen produces. If not, it's very Seth Rogen-y. The Interview, the way they use Firework by Katy Perry.
Yes.
That's very similar to how this is used here.
Yes.
It's so funny that you bowl over. I mean, it's so funny that it felt good to laugh that hard. It's been a while since I've gotten to laugh that. I mean, outside of the riff tracks we saw.
Oh, God.
But that was, we knew that was going to happen. The John Denvering into the mountain joke still is making me smile.
Hey, Grant.
What?
Jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams.
Sarah missed out. Sarah should have saw this with us. She would have loved this movie. And the other thing is, apparently Will Forte is a nice guy. I know people who've met him. You hate him in this movie. He is such a dick to this dog. You really hate this.
He's such a dick, and that's why he loses his dick.
At the end of it. Yeah, I mean.
And he was a dick, and he was going to lose his dick because of it.
Yeah, exactly. And he deserved to. And then everybody's complaining that Will Ferrell was bland in this. I thought Will Ferrell was perfect for this.
Will Ferrell was amazing in it.
Yeah, and I do think the standout among the comic Jamie Foxx stole this movie as Bug, because he's bug-eyed because he's a Boston Terrier, and I thought that was also funny. He looks like Bugsy from freaking Bedtime Stories, that Adam Sandler movie.
God.
The freaking creepy nightmare-fueled guinea pig that haunts.
I was about to say that nightmare-fueled guinea pig.
And
Fuck that.
My dad used to have a Boston Terrier. Her name was Mrs. Piggy, and she was my buddy, so I really liked that dog. And they called it because she had a pig nose and she squeaked when she kissed you, so she called her Miss Piggy. I loved this movie, and I'm also a dog lover. I do genuinely think this movie is a lot sweeter than you expect it to be.
Yes.
It has a lot more heart, but at the same time, the heart doesn't undercut the humor, and the humor doesn't undercut the heart. It's a perfect balance.
I got choked up for sure from a certain flashback scene from a certain dog.
Is it the Jamie Foxx one?
Yes.
Yeah, that almost got me choked.
Yeah, that got me really choked up.
I really thought that it was well handled. It didn't play it for laughs. And eventually a punchline came to it, but when that scene was happening, they let the moment happen, and it was really well done. That's what I'm saying, is that it's a whole movie. It is one joke, but it finds a way to sustain the joke and keep it fresh and keep it funny and it's not long. It's 90 minutes. So it doesn't overstay its welcome.
It knew how to balance out comedy, heartfelt, but it also knew how to get the movie over and not drag out a 2-hour-long carnival scene where the climax is just a head flying away.
Yeah, right. Or the fucking movie I saw yesterday that was all of 2 hours because apparently the romantic subplot of the freaking long dick stripper was so fucking important. That was terrible. Back on the Strip, talk about a terrible ass movie.
Sounds like it was a good movie. I might have to go see it.
It's a movie where Tiffany Haddish spends the entire movie narrating about how amazing her son's cock is.
Okay, all right. Then here's the question: Back on the Strip or Fall?
Fall.
Wow.
It's
That bad?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. No, that was a bad question. Back on the Strip, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's my third worst of the year. It is usurped it. Just barely usurped Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey on the tippy of the top.
Jeez.
It's number 4 now. Yeah, it's that bad. I hated that movie. I left that movie like I was going to freaking punch something. I was angry walking out back on the street. It was bad.
Good thing you had
It
riff
was like
tracks before that.
offensively bad. No, but this movie though, fantastic. And maybe it's because I saw such a shitty comedy earlier that is affecting that, but I'm sorry. You judge these movies by how much you laughed. I laughed. The whole thing. Well, okay, go ahead, Oz.
No,
Sorry.
the thing is, this is 2 comedies in a row for me because I went to Riff Tracks with you last night and then doing this tonight. So I mean, even seeing a comedy before seeing this, it was hilarious.
Yeah. But the thing too about it is that there's one of my favorite film critics, Mark Kermode, has this meter of movies should at least have 6 laughs to be recommended. You have to laugh, at least audibly laugh 6 times.
Well,
by that metric, we laughed 6 times within the first 10 minutes.
10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, and
Touch and fuck.
It was about, I think, pretty much out of like the hundreds of jokes they attempted in this, a good 95 or more % of them landed for me. I mean, it was that funny.
They made me want to go play fetch and fuck with my dog.
That joke too, because the other thing is like that would fit in A Dog's Purpose too. That joke, if it was more for adults, like I mentioned that joke to my mom earlier. He goes, "Oh, that's horrible," and I explained to her what the joke is. He goes, "Okay, it's funny." Like, I bring the ball back, and then he goes, "Oh, fuck. That's how it's done." Yeah, funny, and it says, "What's your name?" And he goes, "Shithead," or sometimes it's Fuck Nugget. You know, like,
no,
then,
well,
I love this movie. I thought this movie was
so good.
This movie is going to be one of those movies that is probably like weirdly enough, kind of like MacGruber or like Hot Rod, where it's going to come and go from theaters, and then it's going to be on DVD, and it's going to blow the fuck up. Like college dorm rooms are going to have quote this movie. Like it's going to be. I just have a feeling like this guy's last movie, Barb and Star, has developed a cult since it came out. I feel like the same's going to happen for this because it is. I said that in Barb and Star, and this you have to understand, Barb and Star is one of the funniest movies I've seen this decade so far. This is right up there. It's maybe not quite as fully successful as that one is, but this one is pretty damn funny. I mean, I really did love this movie. So, do you want to score it?
What are we going on? Are we going on like 10s or 5s?
5s. I'm giving it one of these. Bang, 5 out of 5 stars.
I'm giving it a double broken finger thumbs up 5.
Yeah, it is. It's just go see this movie. Honestly, it would not between this and Blue Beetle. It might honestly do a double bill. Like so far, this is my film of the week. And no, I'm not gonna pick Old Boy because that would be cheating. Because even though it would be on if it was coming out first run, it's an older movie.
Yeah,
and I've seen it already, and I know it's fantastic. So it's a little bit unfair. I highly doubt Puppy Love is going to be as good as this. So I'm guessing, pretty sure that Strays and or Blue Beetle is probably going to be my film of the week.
Yeah.
Probably, I might even give the mulligan to Strays because I think I liked it a little more. To be really honest, I liked Blue Beetle a lot. Yeah, I know that's bullshit. That really is bullshit. 54%. Just come on, people. It's a funny movie. It's a very funny movie.
It's a funny movie. Right. Get off your high horse. You actually go see it. Don't always listen to critics because me and Grant won't agree on this, but I looked at critics saying stuff about the Meg too, but when I went and saw it, I enjoyed it. So I don't usually listen to critics.
Oh, we're not going to agree on the quality of that film, but I will say this. There are plenty of movies that critics hate that I love and that critics love that I hate. So
exactly.
Elemental, for instance, I hated that movie.
And critics loved it.
Yeah. Fall was another one where the critical score was not that low, and I just couldn't get with it. But anyway, let's talk some trailer trash, Austin. How about
all right. So I'm down.
The Marvels. I'm hopeful. I liked Captain Marvel more than some people. I liked Miss Marvel as well more than some people.
So I don't mind Brie Larson. I think she's a fantastic actor. I love her in Kong Skull Island. Actress, my bad. I love her in Kong Skull
You can
Island.
say actor. That's actually the more respectful term.
I love her in Kong Skull Island. Love her. Absolutely love her.
She was great in Room. She was great in that movie.
It's just, I don't know why her as Captain Marvel, she has like an RBF face, or RBF the entire time.
Well, the thing is that I think the reason I give her a bit more of a pass on Miss Marvel when it comes to judging it too much is that her character is supposed to be an emotionless blank slate, and by the end of that movie, it does get better. Like, her character develops. I have a feeling this movie she's going to be a lot stronger because her character is not.
I would hope, because I'm just, just the RBF is like, you know, I like you and all, but please don't give Spider-Man an RBF when you're taking the Infinity Gauntlet from him.
Have you seen the video that some genius made of Tobey Maguire coming back from Thanksgiving in the middle of the Battle of New York? And it was as Peter Parker, and he's like, giving her the Infinity Gauntlet. He's like, "Hey, Peter Parker," and he gives about the hand to her. He goes, "I had to beat off an old lady with a stick to get this," and she goes, "Thanks." He goes, and then he goes, "See you, sweet ass," or something like that. I was like, "Oh my god!"
You have to send that to me. Jesus, that sounds great.
I'll send you. There's another one where he's delivering pizza during the Battle of New York, where like Chitauri are invading, and he's like running past the Avengers mid pose.
Jesus.
Anyway, so yeah, the Marvels. This one I had not heard of until it was a red band. It's called Self-Reliance. I want to see this. This looks amazing.
Self-Reliance. Which one was that?
Andy Samberg playing Andy Samberg.
That looks so good.
I love.
Oh my god!
So it's Jake Johnson is in it. He also directed it. It's an indie comedy about this guy who agrees to enter this thing where essentially everyone. It's basically like Most Dangerous Game, but as a dark romantic comedy where the idea is that everyone's hunting him, and the only rule is that if he's with someone, no one can try to kill him, but if he's alone, everyone is going to hunt him. And it's a comedy. Like, it's not a horror thing. It's a comedy.
Yeah.
And he falls in love with Anna Kendrick, even though he's pretty sure she's playing the game and is after him. This looks... And Andy Samberg is, like, one of the players, and he's playing Andy Samberg. This looks really funny.
Yeah.
I love the premise. I love the dark humor. I love the fact that it's Jake Johnson just playing another Nick Miller character again, and I think that's always great. And Andy Samberg is... And it's The Lonely Island is writing it. So, like, there you go. I love The Lonely Island. I can see anything those guys do. So that looks great. I had not heard of it until tonight. That looks awesome.
Yes.
I'm definitely checking that one out. This another red band, Dumb Money. I want to see this too. I've seen this trailer a bunch now, but I
don't know. I wonder if it's just one of those movies where like I have to see it in order to think I'll enjoy it. Just the trailer. I mean, the trailer didn't give me much to the point where like I'm gonna go out of my way to see it. But if I have the time, I will probably see it.
Well, what I like about it is that first off, it's not taking it that seriously. It reminds me of The Big Short, but it's doing it for, and it said it was based on a book by the guys who did the book The Social Network was based on, and it has that feel kind of mixed with The Big Short, where it's kind of it's about the game, it's about the GameStop short, basically.
Yes,
and it's about the people who kind of profited off of it and the people who kind of lost everything too.
So not us.
Yeah, right. Well, it's funny story though. I was told by a lot of friends, like, you gotta, like, I said, dude, I don't have anything to invest in. I'm broke as hell. It's like, you gotta invest in GameStop, man. It's only gonna go up. And then it's like, everybody lost their money except like 3 or 4 people. It's like, come on, bro. Like, freaking stockbrokers lost their money.
And we'd be the ones to lose our money.
Right. Like, that's some Wolf of Wall Street shit. I'm not involved in that. I don't want to end up like freaking taking lewds and having a panic attack set to the freaking Popeye theme. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not for that Scorsese shit. But you go ahead. I can watch that shit. I don't need to relive it. Expendables, yes, I'm calling it that. I refuse to call it the Expendables 4. You titled it Expendables. I'm going to call it as such. Just like
is this a sequel to Fantastic Four Stick?
Fantastic, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is a sequel. Okay.
Expendables looks kind of stupid, but at the same time, I like the first two. I hated the third one. So as long as it's better, yeah.
I know at the end of this, I know what's going to happen in this one. All of a sudden, you're going to hear a trembling noise, and Michael J. Fox steps out of the closet.
I'm sorry. I don't
That
get
that
joke.
they just keep adding actors, so Michael J. Fox is just gonna pop out of the closet and show up.
Well, to be fair, he is having quite the year. That documentary was pretty fantastic. No, he's gonna come out. I bet you anything. I know exactly what's going to happen. I have a theory about this movie
Okay.
because it opens and it seems to imply that the Jason Statham character is the new lead, and there's at least a somewhat of a tangential focus on his relationship with the Megan Fox character. I'm gonna make a theory here. Sylvester Stallone is killed in like the first 20 minutes of this movie, and Jason Statham becomes the new leader of the Expendables.
And then at the end,
Yeah.
MGK walks out and goes, "Hey, motherfucker, that's my girl."
MGK walks out and then immediately does a 7-minute song about how much Eminem sucks, and then it ends.
Yep, that's how it ends.
And then says, "By the way, Good Morning was good. Suck on that, bitches," and then leaves. Good Morning had good parts. It wasn't a good movie. It had good parts. There were parts of it that were funny. Some of it just because I felt like I already smoked a joint before watching it, before I had to actually smoke a joint. But I'm sorry, the talking joint saying, smoke me, that was funny. I'm sorry. It's my inner Jay and Silent Bob thing. He clearly was trying to make his Jay and Silent Bob strike back, or how high he was failing miserably.
Yeah.
But it had its moments. It wasn't as consistent as Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back is fucking hilarious. It wasn't even close to being that consistent.
Is the next trailer, that's the one in the Conjuring universe?
Yeah, the Nunjuring 2.
Well, since we're getting into the Conjuring a little bit.
Hey, Austin.
What?
Ugh!
God.
So, yeah, the Nun 2. Ugh! That's that whole trailer. See, that's the thing. I don't like the first Nun movie.
I love the
very
Nun
reason-
movie.
For the reason I hate most of the Conjuring spin-offs is that the Conjuring movies are real movies, and the other ones are just quiet, bang. Quiet, bang. That's all of them, except for the Conjuring. The Conjuring has a story.
Well,
All three of them. And then these ones are like, yeah, whatever.
well, no, the Annabelle movies are based off real.
I liked the second Annabelle, and the third one was fine. First one, but the rest of them, like La Llorona, was fucking dog shit.
I did not like La Llorona. Because I was trying to figure out how it was connected to the Conjuring universe, and then isn't it someone from like one of the other like Annabelle movies in the?
I think it was the priest who had like 2 scenes in The Conjuring 2.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
'Cause they're like it's connected to the Conjuring movies, and I'm sitting there watching it. And I'm going, so when does this connect?
If it doesn't have Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson in it, it's not a Conjuring movie as far as
Or an Insidious movie?
exactly. Well, no. Actually, that's not true because Lynn Shay made those movies good. I like her a lot.
Yeah, no,
But-
I love The Conjuring, love Conjuring 2, love Conjuring 3. I'm sad that the next one's gonna be the last one, so
And people gave a lot of shit to Conjuring 3. I liked Conjuring 3.
I
thought
enjoyed
was
it.
really good.
I
It was the weakest. It was the weakest of the 3, but it wasn't bad. I liked it.
and
The
it
opening
had,
scene alone was amazing.
it had one of my favorite actors in it. His name's slipping my head right now, but he's in the Sleepy Hollow TV show. You know what I'm talking about, the older guy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking.
Yeah,
about.
he also does the voice for Scarecrow in the Arkham Knight game. So
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, I just hope it's better than the first one.
I think I have high hopes for it. I really enjoyed the first one. I've met the nun herself, so she's a really nice girl. Yeah,
Is it a
still,
woman? I thought it was like the guy who plays Lipstick Face. I thought that was the same person.
no, it's Bonnie Aarons.
Oh, okay, really? I didn't.
Yes.
I honestly didn't know that. Okay. So yeah, it looks good. Bob Marley, One Love. I think it looks really good. I love the music, of course. The story's really a good one. Bob Marley.
It's
awesome
good.
guy.
Much respect to Bob Marley. Trust me, as a musician, it may not be something I listen to, but it's something I have respect for. It's someone I have a lot of respect for because if it wasn't for like stuff like that, it wouldn't have paved the way for stuff I listen to. So. I mean, I would probably watch it just for the sole fact of being a musician, and that's what I'm into personally. I would probably watch it for that fact.
And it looks like it's respectfully done. It looks like
Yes.
a good, well-made movie about Bob Marley.
Yeah.
It's a good trailer. I'll say that. It's cut
It
really
is.
well. The music is, and the way it merges with the images is very, very good.
I've just been informed the actor is John Noble.
Oh, yeah. My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3, for those to know what I thought of this, you need to know what I thought of the first two. First one, I think, is one of the funniest romantic comedies of all time. I think it's a great movie. Second one was completely unnecessary and bullshit, and I feel like this is also going to be unnecessary.
So when I saw the poster, they put the poster up, I looked at it and
it
went...
looks like a fake poster.
No, I looked at it and went, I knew there was a first one. I said, when did a second one come out? And my manager went, well...
Right?
There was a second one, and now there's a third one. I'm like, when did this happen?
It came out in like 2015 or something, but I saw it with my grandma, and I forgot it the second we got to our car. I mean, it came out. I vaguely remember Alex Wolff being in it, and that's about it.
It's one of those when you have a Deadpool moment and go, did I leave the stove on?
Yeah, exactly. Or it's like, literally, when I saw My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3, the trailer, I think I saw it with Indiana Jones the first time, and I was like, wait a minute, was there even a second one? I'm like, oh yeah, that one. That wasn't even that good. Why are they doing this?
Money grab.
Because the first one is really funny. I mean, the reason I think the first one works is that it's not a typical romantic comedy. It's more of an observational, like, my family is crazy. It was based on a one-woman show, and you can tell that it's an indie movie. Like, it was written from a place of, this is who I really am, this is who my family really is. And then the second one was just, like, a standard rom-com. Like, the first one had a lot of bite and humor to it. This one just felt like, yeah, a Hollywood studio made this movie.
I don't know. I'm good. I'll probably pass on it. It just doesn't seem like it's going to be up my alley.
I'll see it. Because I see everything. My expectations are in the toilet. I'm just hoping it's better than the second one. And then Five Nights at Freddy's, or FNAF, as the fans call it.
I'm good.
I think it looks like fun. I like the puppetry. It looks very well done. I don't like that it's PG-13. I think that.
I don't like that it's PG-13, but my introduction to Five Nights at Freddy's, and this might be why I don't want to see it. My introduction was Security Breach, and that game was trash. It was buggy. It was broken. Didn't work half the time. Freddy would walk into walls when you called him, and then just disappear. I got it originally on the PS4 and it was trash, did not work. Got it on the PS5, still was trash, did not work. So I think if I would have watched this movie and then played the games, might have had a different view. But I really don't want to see this movie because I'm afraid halfway through the movie, Freddy's gonna glitch out and disappear out of the movie the whole time.
Well, here's why I'm a little more hopeful. First off, again, it's been a while since they let the Jim Henson people do puppetry, and the puppets look really cool. I also have to say, Matthew Lillard being in this is fucking great.
Hold on there. Matthew Lillard, if you're watching this, you gave me COVID. Fuck you.
What? Are you for real?
Okay, so story time during trailer talk.
Okay, please don't ruin Matthew Lillard for me. I love that man. Please
so I went to the con in Florida, to the MegaCon, and he was sick. He was deathly ill, and he was still shaking hands, doing autograph stuff. And when I walked up to him, he went and shook my hand into his hand. I got COVID right when I got back, so I am 100% sure that Matthew Lillard gave me COVID.
Was he at least nice?
He was nice. I got a hug from him twice, but
I don't think he did that on purpose just to target you, though.
Nope, he targeted me and about 1,000 other people.
I feel like, though, if he actually did do that, you found out he did that, it would impress you more because you're like, you are Stu Macker. But, because I love Matthew Lillard. In fact,
he was super nice.
He seems like a cool dude, and he's always... The fact that he's in this, he has such a good horror cred at this point that having him pop up in this, probably as a villain, it seems like, makes this even cooler. And also, he'll always have my heart because he was Shaggy.
That's the thing. I met him and Skeet Ulrich, and they were both super nice. It's just Matthew Lillard gave me COVID, so I have a vendetta against him.
Yeah, Skeet Ulrich, I have to say, Skeet Ulrich, the best. I was watching Family Guy the other night. It was one I hadn't seen in a while. And I was like, oh, that is such an obscure joke. You should all be so proud because I finally got it. Because when I last watched it, I guess I was just kind of not paying attention or I was too much of a stupid child. Yeah. But they were talking about going on a boat. It was one of the first season episodes. And he goes, I loved shooting, Skeet shooting in like the sport, and then it cuts to Skeet Ulrich, and it's actually him, and he's bleeding out, and he goes, "You son of a bitch," or something, and then Cleveland goes, "There is nothing enjoyable about what you do or who you are."
Yes.
That was great.
Yes.
So yeah, FNAF looks like fun. Hopefully it doesn't suck. The Exorcist Believer, The Body in the Blood. The Body in the Blood. The Body in the Blood?
The body of the blood!
God played a trick on you.
God playing a trick on you. Godspeed, Spider-Man.
That's be. Fun fact, I saw this trailer, the last time I saw this trailer, I believe it was when I saw Oppenheimer second time. It was the same day that William Friedkin died. Rest in peace, William Friedkin, the director of the original Exorcist. So, R.I.P. I'm moderately looking forward to this because I do think David Gordon Green is a good director, despite the fact that Halloween Ends I thought was really bad. And he's a good indie director. He's a good mainstream director when he wants to be. I liked his first two Halloween movies fine, the first one especially. I'm hoping for this to be good.
I don't know how I feel about this. I get a lot of hate for it. I'm not a fan of The Exorcist.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it. It's not that no, don't get me wrong. It didn't age badly. It looks fine still. It's just, it feels like, and I know, I don't like, I like Terrifier 2 and it's a super long movie, but this, when I watch The Exorcist, I feel like I'm watching every second. I don't feel like it's progressing fast enough.
Yeah.
It just,
that's
and this one looks like it progresses faster, so maybe there's a chance. Like, it's gonna be one of those, if I see it, I see it, and if I don't, I'll see it when it hits streaming.
What I appreciate about it that I feel like a lot of people are mentioning is a lot of people are hating on this just because it's an Exorcist sequel. What I like about this film, and especially in comparison to the other Exorcist sequels, is first off they're ignoring the other four. It's a direct sequel like Halloween 2018 was. The other thing I appreciate is that similar to that movie, it seems like it's going for, it's not going to be cheap and just a slasher movie. It's going to actually have like real depth and artistry to it. It's going to be something more than just slash kill.
It's going to connect to the first one at least.
It's going to connect to the first one, and it's going to be done with class. It's not going to be like an on-the-cheap direct-to-video thing that they sneak into theaters because it's called The Exorcist.
You said this is the same guy who did like Halloween and
yeah.
See, I would have liked with Halloween the first of the new trilogy if they would have only made Halloween 1 and 2 canon and then did Halloween 2018.
You're late, Drew. You're not right on cue this time. It's okay. We still love you, Drew.
Yeah, I would have liked if he would have done like Halloween 1 and 2 were canon, because I feel like Laurie's trauma would have been worse if it, the hospital incident.
Yeah, that's the weird thing is that before the Halloween Kills came out, up until, because they didn't shoot it back to back like they intended. I think they maybe shot some of it pre-production wise, but like the plan was originally going to be the whole trilogy was Halloween 2018, the night he came back. That was the whole trilogy is going to be all 3 acts of a larger 3-movie movie.
Yes.
And because Halloween Kills, for some reason, was really hated by the fan base, I liked Halloween Kills fine for what it was.
I mean, look, we got in Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, we got the beatdown scene from Halloween Kills, so...
Yeah, except that Halloween Kills did better. Anyway.
Because Anthony Michael Hall was there.
Because a guy didn't take 17 shots of Red Bull and had an epileptic seizure while he was trying to shoot it in the dark with no lights. Like, anyway, that's beside the point. Then it just jumps ahead. It does the time jump. I'm like, okay, time jump, fine. It'll be an epilogue, and they'll be reeling from whatever the death of the Judy Greer character, and then they're going to prepare for the final showdown with Michael. It's going to be building for him to come back again. No, it's about some douche named Corey. And then I guess Michael shows up in the last 15 minutes to fight him. It's like a fighter. It's like, okay, whatever. The last 15 minutes was cool. The first 10 minutes was cool and kind of unintentionally hilarious when that freaking stupid kid. You have to admit, that was genuinely, I mean, that was funny. I think that was supposed to be funny. The kid runs up and tries to surprise him, and he opens the door at that moment and knocks him off the freaking banisters. It's like, oh my god!
I'm free falling.
That would have been a perfect needle drop at that moment.
Just slow motion.
No, you know what would be even better? Okay, you know what? You guys can do it. All you better editors out there, make an edit of this. Do the opening scene of Halloween Ends, and then have that slow motion shot of the kid getting smashed in the face and falling over the banister. Play Ride by 21 Pilots, particularly the part where they go, whoa, 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 I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on the ride. Do that. Take that part and put that in, send it to me, you will be my best friend. That would be hilarious. Do it. I want to see it. I want to see what you guys do. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yes.
So anyway, those are the trailers. And then was there shawarma? Yes, there is a scene during the credits, and if you're as invested in the climax as I was, it is worth sticking around for to confirm what you
Yes.
But there is nothing after. That is it.
Yeah.
There's only a scene. It's pretty early in the credits. You can once the scrolling credits go, you can go home. There's nothing else. That's it. Once you see the scene, that's it. All right. Well, that's Strays, everybody.
And another tangent.
With a lot of people, that's what we do here. So we got Old Boy tomorrow. Sunday is Puppy Love. Which, have I told you the premise of this movie?
No.
So I've got requested on this one. Puppy Love is this movie that's on Amazon Prime, and I watched the trailer. It has Grant Gustin and Lucy Hale in it.
Okay.
And there are a couple, which I like them, but there are a couple who only become a couple. They go on a blind date. They're like on a Tinder date, and their dogs get it on. And one of their dogs is a female dog. The other one's a boy dog. The female dog gets pregnant, and so these two people who hate each other decide to move in together for the benefit of their dogs who have fallen in love, and in the process, they fall in love with each other.
Okay.
You want to know what this is a rom-com for crazy people. You know what the tagline for this movie is?
Something stupid, but I'd like to hear.
No, this is actually, honestly, probably going to be the best joke in the whole movie. Let me see if I can find the poster. Because I had it in front of me and I can't remember exactly what it was. Here we go. One bone can change everything.
It should have said one bone to rule them all.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. That's going to be the best. How much you want to bet that's going to be that double entendre is going to be the best freaking joke in the whole movie?
Probably.
It's going to be the poster. So yeah, that's coming up, and then we got Sunday night on Luke's channel, we got a spoiler talk for Blue Beetle. So go see that movie and then hear us talk about it. That's your excuse to bring the box office up on that. Go see Blue Beetle this weekend so you can hear us spoil everything for probably with a lot of tangents and yeah. And then next week we are seeing Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I don't think we're going to do a review though. Just
I mean, we could do a stream on it.
We could. I mean, honestly, we could. Maybe we'll do that. And then next week, I don't know. We already saw Gran Turismo. Well, Jurassic Park's getting a re-release, so I guess we'll talk about Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
And then what else is coming out? Most of what's coming out, I feel like is going to be that I'm going to see is going to be in O'Fallon next week. It's going to be like Golda. It's called, I think, with Helen Mirren. The one I wanted you guys to get that isn't even going wide until next week, and that's Bottoms. Have you seen the trailer for this?
I have not.
It's a movie from the lady who did Shiva Baby, and it's about a couple of lesbians at like a high school who decide that they want to steal the cheerleaders away from the jocks, so they start an all-female fight club as an excuse to hit on the popular girls.
Is Brad Pitt in it?
No, but the thing is,
Sad day.
It's the lead actress in it is Rachel Sennott, who was in Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. It's like
Okay.
the lead. And yeah, it looks really funny. It also, yeah, it looks like a funny movie. I think that Waka Flocka is like the teacher in it, maybe, or some rap. No, it's not him. I think it's Marshawn Lynch, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So it looks pretty funny. No, Waka Flocka. That was Duncanville. He was Mr. Mitch. That's where the joke is. It's Waka Flocka.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's all coming up. Whenever that may be. Equalizer 3 coming up. Also, Austin, you might have to go see this one with me and review it. Have you seen the Slaughterhouse?
Slaughterhouse. Yeah.
That's gonna be in O'Fallon. We go see that one.
I would be down for that. That actually sounds like I mean, that does sound like a good movie.
Stupid title.
Hey.
It's one of those titles where it doesn't sound like you don't know if you're saying it or you're vomiting it up. Slaughterhouse.
Exactly.
No. Anyway, but that's it. That'll be next time, and until next time, I'm Grant the Movie and TV Guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. Like, subscribe, follow, do all the things. Take care of your mental health. I love you all.
Ooh, I got something too.
Yeah.
And from all of us here at Raising the Popcorn Grant, you stay classy of the USA and the world.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego. Anyway, no. I would never fucking say that. Anyway. The other lesson is, if you like this review, go watch Anchorman. Even if you've already seen it. I know you have. But watch it again. It's hilarious. Anyway, but that all being said, I love you all. And now we want to know, because it's not just me this time, what did you think of Strays? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Think your opinion's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below. Let me know. Until we meet again, we're all raised on popcorn. Make mine with extra butter. And I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks, Austin, for coming.
Of course.
And peace out, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.